Oh Christ, it's this Final Fantasy 13, which I've got to say was a bit of a massive disappointment, but never mind. Literally, it's kind of, the whole thing had some good characters and a reasonable plot, but unfortunately the battle system is slightly flawed and the gameplay is quite linear, and yeah. Can we skip some cutscenes please and get to the actual gameplay? That's another problem with it. All of a sudden we're fighting it again. Interesting. I don't know why I keep using the auto battle, considering that I pretty much have an issue with the auto battle. Let's not do that, please. Yeah, screw it. It's gonna keep going on to the auto battle, and then it's gonna annoy me. It wasn't bad. I think it's very well presented, the music's good, the graphics are excellent, but unfortunately it lacks a bit of substance. I found that, first of all, the auto battle thing is a little bit annoying, and probably could have done better without it, but, you know. Oh good, we got 5 stars on that battle. Not that we really had much to do except, oh no, just press X, hello. But, can we skip cutscenes please? Yes. I was slightly disappointed. I was impressed to begin with, and then eventually just kind of got, no. Can we not have a tutorial? Oh, I got a trophy just for loading up the game. It looks impressive, guys. Can't you? But look, this is a corridor. It's a corridor, and it remains a corridor for the entire game until you reach thingy, pulse, and then it kind of gets a little bit better. See, I was quite impressed with the battle system to begin with, though, because it reminded me of 10.2 to a little extent, you know, the really active battles. But unfortunately, kind of oddly enough, lacked the. Oh, what's this? Oh, pretty thing. See, this is.
What do you suppose this is?
Don't know.
The army leaving its toys out now?
I'm not listening. No, Saz is cool. I like Saz. The guy. He's got a chocobo in his hair. That alone makes him awesome. Excuse me, I was walking. Yeah, see, that reminds me of 10.2 as well. And I know the protagonist being in short shorts as well kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy 10.2 as well, but never mind. Even though she's supposed to be more like Cloud, but never mind. But seriously, guys, this was kind of, you know, it was years in the making, and the best they could come up with was corridors and an auto battle system. That really, initially I was like, oh well, you don't need to use the auto battle, but then at the end of it all, you pretty much need to try and second guess what they're doing anyway. So, because I found that trying to develop tactics of your own of any kind is not really, you know, there's no point, because I found that later on in the game you just end up doing the same, that you have to constantly apply like positive status things and then debuff the enemy so they're weak, and then go switch to all out attacking and stop shooting at me, that's rude. And it was disappointing, and this is the equivalent of towns. Now see, I'm not someone who's going to bitch about the lack of towns and all that. Oh wait, no, that's not the save thing, is it? No, never mind. Their equivalent of no! I just thought it was missing something. And the plot was interesting to begin with, and then it just fell apart right at the end. And I was horribly disappointed. I was waiting for it for ages, and this was the best that they could give us. I'm disappointed through Square. It's probably why people are kind of bitching about Tomb Raider being published by Square Enix, because they're expecting Tomb Raider to go the same way, even though it never will. Just bear that in mind. But, you know, you try telling some people that. Oh, and what you probably saw there as well was like the chain thing. The stagger, that's the one. Where you can cause more damage. Yeah, that's another thing, you're supposed to exploit that for all it's worth in every single battle, but there's like a set way of doing it, it feels like, and there's no real tactics to it. Oh, this is the equivalent of town. See, I'm not someone who bitches about this thing as much. So you got the shop and everything, you can go and buy stuff like you normally would, which is fine by me, I don't really care. But what I did have an issue with was the kind of lack of...
Yeah, you must be real nice from up there.
The lack of kind of substance. The game did just feel like it was... You had to second guess Square at all times, or risk failure of the highest order. It was ridiculous. And for the amount of time it was in development, this is kind of not what I expected. I can put up with the 4-hour prologue, but when it, you know, when it just doesn't seem to go anywhere from that, and the further you get in the game, the more restricted you feel. Even when the world opens up, you feel more restricted because the battles get really finicky about how you do them. And I just thought, screw this. I haven't finished. I completed the game normally, as in I got the I got to the end, but I couldn't be bothered to do all the side quests. I got so bored doing the side quests. You have no idea. And in fact, now playing it again, all I can see is just, God, this is just a corridor. Why was I so impressed with this to begin with? You know, that's all I can see. Sorry if this sounds really bitchy about the whole thing right now, but it literally is just bringing back all these memories of just those side quests were a pain in the ass. So, you know, just 5 stars constantly. Yeah, funny that. But yeah, the Seath missions on Pulse are just... What is the point? Come on, guys. You can... Oh dear. Yeah, because I need tutorials to know how to do these things. I know how to use items. It's not hard. I don't know, is it just me though, or is health being restored immediately after every single battle? I don't know. I can't remember actually. It might have done. But no, they could have done so much more with this. It's not a complete disappointment in the sense that it was just the worst game ever or anything like that. You know, we're not talking.
All right, you leave this to me.
Sort of Sonic 06 levels of disappointment. Although to be fair, that game was so bad it was good. We're talking just kind of, you can do better. This just isn't good enough. Sorry. You can't allow this. Yeah, they do heal after every battle. So that's another thing I didn't like. I mean, it's kind of handy because you can just go through the game as normal, but at the same time, you're kind of thinking, really? But never mind. It's like I said, they did well on the presentation of it. It looks impressive, and the soundtrack is good despite the absence of Nobuo Uematsu, which again I wasn't fussed by. But this battle music is good for a start. And there's music that comes in later, and I admit that I was kind of kind of a bit saddened by the... Nope, nope, nope. I was slightly saddened by the... What's this way? Oh no, we've been this way. By a scene later on where you're basically wandering through this deserted town and there's this really sad music. I've got to admit that kind of made me... That was quite impressive, I have to admit. But it's not enough, I'm afraid. Especially when this happens every 5 minutes, you constantly have cutscenes. Tack chain tutorial. Yeah, because this is the first time when we're going to really need it, I think. But never mind. I don't know what to say really. I mean, that's what I mean. It starts getting very repetitive very quickly, and you can see this already. Because I'm sure that you're all getting absolutely thrilled with the stuff going on. Because I mean, look, this is the first boss, and yet again, all we're doing is just hitting it with attacks over and over. And of course, the rest of your party are controlled by the computer. And unlike something like 12, you can't actually set them to do the right thing. They've kind of got a pre-programmed thing. Which, for all of 12's faults, that was one of the good things about it, that you could just let the CPU get on with it. And in the fact that you could program your allies to do what you wanted them to do, and see how many cutscenes I've had to skip as well. Oh dear lord. Oh, and another issue I did have. Sorry to keep bitching at this game, but oh, we switched characters. This is Snow. This is Snow. He wears big shoes. Yeah.
We didn't do anything wrong.
Is the fact that if you want to know the story, you've got to go into this menu here, go to the data log, and find out all the events from here, and the backstory and all this kind of stuff, which is really, really stupid. I'm sorry. I liked a lot of the mythology in this game, and I liked the story up until the end, but to be honest, oh, and another thing I'd like to know is, why is that a Mac screen? Seriously, that thing looks like the bottom of a map. Just me who sees that? I don't know. But seriously, it just... I'm trying to think of funny things to say about it, but it's very difficult. Because there's not a lot...
Sanctum's gonna pay for this.
It's not a lot of... There's not a lot of stuff that's actually entertaining about the game.
Nothing to worry about.
You know, I did try and enjoy it for all it was, and you know, a lot of people bitched about it before its release, and I wasn't one of them. I gave it a chance, but never mind. I'm just disappointed. Oh well, never mind. Let's I think we're pretty much done with this actually, because it's not been the most entertaining commentary for this one, because it's not the most entertaining game. And I'll see you tomorrow with whatever tomorrow's game is. And Snow, you don't need to be that close for a hand grenade. We'll finish this first. And there we go. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!